Good evening, barflies and lounge lizards, and tonight we'll be taking a look at The Creation of the Humanoids from 1962. Directed by Wesley Berry, who is probably best known for this very film, The Creation of the Humanoids is a truly unique sci-fi film, and a testament to just how good a low-budget film can be, and that intelligent and creative writing can completely make up for a lack of fancy-pants effects. Now, The Creation of the Humanoids tells the story of a futuristic society where androids are becoming more and more common, whilst the human race is dying off, and it centers around a scientist who is trying to create an even more human-like android, and his opposition, a pro-human organization who wants to stop androids from evolving any further. Now, where this film really stands out is there's no action in this movie. It is nearly all dialogue and intrigue, and some may see that as a fault, but I certainly don't. It's engaging and well written, and the look of the film is so wonderfully 60s, you almost expect Roland and Martin to pop in at any moment.
Hey, it must be sucker to me time!
The film stars Dan Doolittle as our lead, the aforementioned scientist, and Mr. Doolittle only had 4 credits to his name. Then we have Erica Elliott, who also only has 4 credits to her name as the love interest. And then we have Don Megawan, either way, that's a very cool name, as the leader of the anti-android pro-human group. He's most famous for playing the on-land creature. There was a water version and an on-land version. He was the land version in The Creature Walks Among Us. It's a very low-budget picture, as I mentioned, but that did not stop them from coming out swinging. The androids themselves are extremely groovy looking, with blue skin and these weird reflective, silver, almost ball-bearing-esque eyes, very unsettling looking, and the makeup job was done by none other than the great Jack Pierce of Frankenstein fame. So that right there should tell you that this is not your average low-budget film, the fact that they got Jack Pierce on board, and you can just see that wonderful Jack Pierce-ness in the design of the androids. Something I probably should have mentioned under cast, but I wanted to save it for right here in the trivia section. But that has to do with a piece of info on one of the particular androids known as clickers in the film, and that particular android was played by Dudley Manlove, an actor responsible for one of the most iconic lines in cinema history.
You see, your stupid minds, stupid.
And that's not the only classic sci-fi connection here. Early in the film, when they are showing the evolution of robots, the first we see is actually a reuse of the aliens' protective suits from Earth vs. the Flying Saucers. Really groovy to see these guys in color. The film has a bit of impressive talent behind the camera as well. Not only do we have the aforementioned Jack Pierce, but also Academy Award-winning cinematographer Hal Moore, and you can definitely tell there's a visual polish and flair present for such a small, minimalistic picture. Neat little detail about Moore, he is the only Academy Award winner to win an Oscar without actually being nominated. There was a big write-in campaign for his work on A Midsummer Night's Dream from 1935. Yet another little sci-fi connection here. The silver contacts worn by the androids are quite similar, if not the same, as the ones Pierce used for The Brain from Planet Arrows, which you can conveniently find a retrospective of right here on the channel. And do watch it. We all need a little of that sweet Ager action now and again. And again, speaking of those Jack Pierce effects, according to Wikipedia, grain of salt warning, the androids' bald heads were actually the trickiest part. Being a low-budget film with a short production schedule, it wasn't realistic to ask the actors to shave their heads, so bald caps were used, and that's just the power of Jack Pierce, because it looks darn good. The film has a strange and unusual musical score to go along with a strange and unusual film. The film credits this as electronic harmonics by IFM, but supposedly it was actually composed by the film's producer, Edward J. Kay, but I could not verify this anywhere other than IMDb, and, well, it's IMDb. It is worth noting, though, that Kay was in fact a producer and even composed the score for King of the Zombies from 1941. Wacky? Nope, not this time. Now this one has been widely released on VHS and DVD. I personally saw it on Sminguli. This just in, only the most breaking news here at the Snack Bar, but Creation of the Humanoids also got a Betamax release. I know there's a ton of VHS collectors out there, but do any of you at the Snack Bar collect Beta? Do let me know. I have a soft spot for the format, being that my family was a bit slow to transition over to VHS. I give this one 5 man loves out of 5. This is absolutely a phenomenal film. One of the best I've seen in a very long time, and not just sci-fi, films just across the board. Had I known about it beforehand, it would have easily made my top 60 sci-fi list, which you can conveniently go watch right now if you'd like. Now, if you're into action-heavy sci-fi, or not into films that are very dialogue-heavy, this probably won't be your cup of tea, and I completely understand that. But if you're like myself and you like dialogue-heavy movies, this is a great one to check it out. Highly recommended for anyone that likes intelligent, well-written sci-fi. And that's all this bubble-headed movie has to say about that. Please like, comment, subscribe, and keep it wacky.